Imagine I just realized that I cannot dance. After all this confidence I had with my dance moves, it just happened that whatever I do is not what I'm supposed to do. And that is crazy because I thought I could dance. You know, in my head, I like have these perfect dance moves. But the moment I try, especially when I try with other people, and then I see what I was doing, I'm just like, no, that's not me, that's not me. And that thing has been disturbing my head for the longest time, to a point that now I want to get serious. Yes. Me, by the way, I believe there's nothing I can't do. Seriously, like on a serious note, that's one thing I believe. There's nothing I can't do if I want to. And I've been wanting to know how to dance well. And I don't know what you guys do, but you can feel free to like share, because I don't want to be embarrassing people when we are dancing and then I realize I'm going the very wrong way. Anyway, I'm back. I don't even know how to start because it's been like 3 months. Three. When was my last video? I don't know. I think it's June or May, and that's like 3 months away. And it hurts me because when I came to YouTube, I had this intention of being consistent, you know, and just doing my thing every other week, even if it's possible twice a week. But then life just happened and I found myself struggling to do this thing, man. It was hard. Honestly, let me just be honest. 1, it was hard. 2, I didn't have like a proper schedule to follow and post videos. And also, I just didn't know what to do. I just have to be genuine here. But I am back. Meaning now, I don't want to promise that I'm going to be super consistent, but I hope I will. But this time, I'm not gonna neglect my channel, which I called a baby tube, because it was literally a baby. I was just starting out. We were not even crawling yet, and then I gave up. I didn't give up really, but circumstance, you know, and I kind of like stopped for good reasons though. And now I have lots of energy to just come back and be on this interesting app, YouTube, where I just express myself and tell you stories. Particularly, I'm all about storytelling, story times and all that. And I just realized that when I move closer to the camera like this, my head looks kind of funny because of what I have in my head, like the scarf. But let me just tell you, this thing has taken a lot of effort to tie like this. You know me, I'm not handy with hair, and I don't know what people do. They just like come up with different beautiful designs to make with wraps and to style their hair, but I'm trying. See, this took me some good time. It's effort, so I'm appreciating it. But otherwise my hair in there is looking, I don't like to use very bad verbs to describe how things are happening under here, but it's not that presentable, so I decided to just tie it down. But very soon, you'll see my hand will be like, what guys? We belong in the same planet. We don't. I belong somewhere else. Otherwise, guys, I'm here. I'm back on YouTube. I really hope you guys enjoy whatever I'm going to be doing here. I hope you love my stories. I love telling stories. I just love telling stories. I have not been quite used to telling stories like verbally, because I prefer writing. You know, writing, you take your time, you think, you like correct the verbs, the tenses and everything, so everything just sounds right when someone else reads your story. But when you're talking, it is there and then. If you mess up, you're on your own. But you know what, I will never know unless I try. So I'm back, and this time, those subscribers that are still there, the 56 of you, I love you. I know I've stayed away for so long, but it was for a good cause, and that cause has given me a lot of experience, a lot of stories, a lot of content, and that's what I intend to do from now onwards, as I still look for more stories to tell you. But anyway, I have something to tell you guys. Do you know, for the longest time, like the longest time of my life, I have been obsessed with magazines. Let me just show you. In here, I don't know if you can see it. In here are magazines from even 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Let me remove. I would keep them. I would keep magazines and tell myself one day, I will be on a magazine. I don't know how, but this is something I feel like I love, and I feel like it is very close to my heart. So somehow I will get there. So I have this magazine. Let me just give you I have this one. This is called True Love magazine. Guess when this magazine came out? Let me just show you. August 2009. I was just 10 years old. 10. But I knew that one day my time will come and I'll be on this one of these magazines. So I kept it. It has a lot of stories. It has it's just interesting. It has so many things. And these are few that I have here, but I have a lot more back home where I was raised. I used to keep them, and sometimes I would like cut pieces of interesting parts and stick them to my book and create something of I don't know, people call it visual boards, but me, by that time, I didn't know what that was. I was just creating to kind of like have my own storybook or something, in the hope that one day it will be my face on a magazine, and then I'll be opening, I'll see myself. Then I have this other one. It's called Bebe. Bebe.com. Bebe is from which year? Which year is this? Which year? I think it's 2010. I was in class 5, and magazines and newspapers were like my only way of experiencing the other parts of the world. Because we didn't have internet back then. Okay, people had internet, but me, where I come from, we didn't have internet. We didn't have smartphones. So if you found yourself a magazine, that was just like your only way out to the world. So that is why I was obsessed with the magazines, because they kind of just like showed me where the world was. They showed me models, brands. You can see there's Nivea there. What else? Just look. These things are so cool. Me, I don't understand how people don't read magazines or love magazines. Look at the beauty in there. This was from 2010. I can't find where it's written, but it's from 2010. And then I have this other one. Look. This is from which year? Sri Lanka, Paris. I love cars. In fact, if all goes well, this is going to be a car content channel, something like that. Because let me not start, by the way. This was from where is it written? I'm assuming it was 2011, because these magazines are just from way back when I was a kid in primary school. Look at the model. These are the people I used to see and be like, what does it take for you to be a model and be on a magazine? Yeah, there's this. And then we have this. It used to be the biggest. Like, it's so big. Look at the size. So big. It's called Cosmopolitan. And guess when this one came out? I don't know if you can see. 2008. I was like 9 years old. And I was not supposed to be reading such. Me, actually, I couldn't read well. But it was just the graphics, the pictures that were interesting to me. See, I love that. So I kept it. And I keep things so well. That is something I'm so sure of. So yes, this is from 2008. So obsessed with magazines. We have another one here. If you look closely, do you know that girl? You know the girl on the cover? Look at the models. These are the things I used to look at and be like, God, one day. But then, let me tell you a story. One time when I was in high school, I can't remember quite well what we were talking about, but then I remember mentioning that I want to be a model, or rather, I want to be on a magazine. And people laughed at me. Yes, I'm not going to mention names, but someone laughed at me, and it hurt. It hurt because I thought, since I love this profession, or since I love being on magazines, why not just tell them that I want to be there one day? But they were like, no, people who are on a magazine are not like you, something of the sort. It was just painful. I will create a story time to tell you how it went. But then from then on, I never told anyone. I never told anyone that I love art, I love magazines, I love models, actresses, and stuff like that. So I just stuck to books and made it appear like I don't really care about, being on the spotlight and stuff like that. But anyway, I kept it in mind. So the idea is, very recently, I found myself on a magazine, my first ever magazine. Jesus. And that is part of the things that have been keeping me busy, and the reason I have not been able to be consistent on YouTube, because I was working on something else, and at that time I really didn't know how to multitask or like create time to do this and do that at the same time. But now I do. I have figured it out somehow. But anyway, I found myself on a magazine, a hardcover magazine. Ta-da! Hey, this thing means the world to me, because about 15 years ago, I had it in my mind. I was dreaming of it, but dreaming is something else. But getting to it, it's almost unbelievable, because when I was dreaming, yes, I was being hopeful that I would get there one day, but I really wasn't sure. You can be hopeful but not sure, and that was me. So when I first saw this magazine, actually we were not told that there's gonna be a magazine issue on the event. Okay, we had a pageant, a big pageant. Another story for another day. I told you I have so many stories. Just be ready. But yeah, today I just want to show you myself on a magazine. Finally, yeah. Here's the magazine with beauty queens. Beauty queens are models, so yeah, I'm a model. I just open all the way and then show you where my face appears. There's so many beautiful girls here. I will do a review of this very soon. Actually, you can just read on my next video. But now, I just want to celebrate that I'm on a magazine. So many pages, so many girls, you can see from there. I'm excited, and I've seen this magazine for like 100 times, but I still go open, look for myself, and be like, God, we did it. Ta-da! Here we are. Look closely. This right here is me. Do you see the resemblance? Let me come close, and then bring her closer. Yes. This was a bikini shoot, and I was in white. All the girls were in white. Yes, that's me right there. And then go down. That's me. Kenya. Yeah, that's me on a magazine. And ta-da! That is me on a whole page. A whole page. Yes, Team Kenya. Finally. So this, on the collections I've been carrying over the years, I'm gonna add this and show my grandchildren. I can't even figure out words. I will show my grandchildren that I too was on a magazine, and I will show them the journey. I first started by collecting. There are more. but these are the only ones I was able to carry, like the ones I can carry everywhere I go for inspiration. Sometimes when I'm just bored, I look at my archives, start reading magazines that are from way back. They kind of bring that vibe of what was celebrated back then, and I also get to remind myself of how far I've come, where I've come from, and how far I've gotten. So far, I want to believe that this is just the start. I'm going to be on magazines now. Let me just say it out loud now that it's actually happening, because back in high school I wouldn't even dare say that because I was scared of being bashed. Apparently I didn't look like one to be on. Anyway, who knows? The world is just so unpredictable. You never know who will become what. And the thing is, I'm just here to celebrate the things that are happening and be happy about it, and also tell people that you don't need to fix anyone in a box. You don't need to assume that since this is what these people portray themselves to be, that is all they can do. People can do the most amazing things, the most insane, out of this world, wild stuff you never thought they could. And the reason being is because you had them fixed in this box, and now that they're out of it, they're surprised. Anyway, moral of the story: anything is possible. Don't fix anyone in any box. Let them be. Let the bird out, let it fly. You'll realize there is more than what meets the eye. I hope I said it right. Otherwise, welcome back to my channel. I just realized this is what I should be saying when I'm starting my videos, but this is me, so I'm gonna do me. So welcome back to my channel. I hope you stay longer. I hope you enjoy everything I have for you. The stories, I don't know what we're going to get into, but we'll find out as we go. Otherwise, I love you all. I want you guys to subscribe if you love this video, if you love this channel. I promise you this is going to be one of the best places you want to be. So just better subscribe like right now so that you don't miss out at all. Yeah, being honest. And share. What else is the one you said? I'm not used to like following a script or like a certain way of doing things. So guys, just have fun, do your thing, like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and hit me up. Get me on Instagram. I will share every platform that I'm on so that you follow me. And you never know, we can hang out, we can have the most amazing time on this channel of ours. And I'm going to be a good mom to my baby tube, such that she's not neglected, that 4 months down the line is when the mom is coming back to create a video. That ends now. And here. Bye. See you next time.